Hello, my name is Sarah Jefford and I am a family creation lawyer in Australia, practicing in surrogacy and donor conception across the country. Today I'm talking to you about whether or not you can become a surrogate. This is a question I get from a lot of women who are thinking about caring for somebody, but they're not sure if they qualify to do that. The good news is that there are actually very few restrictions on who can be a surrogate in Australia. The first one is that for the most part, you need to be over the age of 25. There is no upper age limit written into the law. However, I hear from clinicians that they prefer that a surrogate is under the age of 50, and in some cases even younger than that. Most surrogates are somewhere in their 30s and 40s. So even if you've finished having your own children and you're in your 40s, you can probably be a surrogate. The question really is then a medical decision around what's your obstetric history, what's your health history, whether or not another pregnancy is going to be risky for you. In some states, Victoria and Western Australia, we also require that you must have had your own child beforehand. That's not a requirement in other states like Queensland and New South Wales. So even if you haven't had your own children, you can still be a surrogate. We go by the laws where the intended parents live. So if the intended parents are in Victoria or Western Australia, you can expect that they are going to require that a surrogate has had her own children. I have a number of clients who have done surrogacy who have never had their own children and don't intend to. And that's really a question for you. One thing to consider, though, is that if you're doing surrogacy and you haven't finished your own family, that every pregnancy has risks and that you may actually impact your own fertility by doing a surrogacy pregnancy and birth. The other thing is that surrogates can be single, de facto, or married. There is no requirement either way. It's really, again, a question for you as to what your support system is like. If that includes a partner, are they on board with you doing surrogacy? And if you don't have a partner, what are the other supports around you for when you're feeling unwell or heavily pregnant or needing to recover from the birth? And are the intended parents able to provide the supports you need, or will you have a broader network with your family and friends, for example? If you qualify for surrogacy, if the intended parents are ready to go ahead, generally speaking, you would be having a discussion with your general practitioner about your health. They may refer you to an obstetrician or to a fertility doctor. The intended parents' fertility doctor probably will want to talk to you. They might send you off for blood tests and scans or a pap smear to make sure that your overall health is good. They'll talk to you about your obstetric history. If you've had good pregnancies and births in the past, that's great. If you've had some other factors like gestational diabetes or preeclampsia, that needs to be considered in the context of what's a future pregnancy going to be like for you and also for the baby. If you're thinking about doing surrogacy, there are lots of resources on my website at sarahjefford.com. I also provide free initial advice for women who are considering becoming surrogates. And of course, if you have any questions, you are welcome to get in touch. My email is hello@sarahjefford.com. And you can watch some of the other videos on my YouTube channel, which talk about the other aspects of surrogacy.